Happy Wednesday, everyone. Getting through this week. We are plowing right through it. Today, we're going to do an activity with fruit pizza. If you've never heard of fruit pizza, it is a type of pizza, but obviously very different, right? Because as you can see in this picture, it's got fruit all around it and it's not sauce, right? It's more of like it could be like whipped cream, it could be yogurt, it could be cream cheese, or a bunch of different stuff that it could be. But as it says, it's yummy, yummy. Um, so today's activity is going to be about fruit pizza, but in order to be successful with today's activity, we have to review a couple things, okay? Just so that we're all on the same page and we understand what's going on. So, first thing we need to review is dividing a whole number by a fraction, right? So if we have the equation 1 divided by 1/2, we're looking for how many groups of 1/2 are in one whole, okay? So the way we would do that is, all right, how many groups of 1/2 are in one whole? I'm going to split this in half. Okay, there's one group of a half, there's two groups of a half. So this would be equal to 2. All right, so that's that. Let's try a couple. So go ahead, look at 4 divided by 1/2. Pause your video, solve it, and then come back when you're ready. So hopefully you realize that we're starting with 4 holes. Yes, that's how much we have to begin with. And we need to see how many 1/2s are in 4 holes. So we break it each hole in half, and then we count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer here would be 8. Okay, so one more. 3 divided by 1/5. Go ahead, pause your video, solve it. When you're ready, come back. So hopefully by now we are, this is jogging our memory quite well. This wasn't too long ago, so it shouldn't be that far out of our memory. But we have to see how many 1/5s are in each whole, right? So that's fifths, and again, they're not going to be perfect, and that's okay. And then we would count up how many groups of 1/5 are there. Well, I know there's 5 here, there's another 5, so that's 10 total. And then 15. So 15 total groups of 1/5 in 3 holes. So 3 divided by 1/5 equals 15. So that's the one thing I wanted to review with you, right? The other one is we haven't talked about like at all during online learning, but we did have a lot of conversations about this in school, and that's what to do with the remainder. Okay, um, remember we're in 5th grade. We don't just leave the remainder as a remainder anymore. We have to include it as part of our answer, right? And it can depend on what we're doing. If we're looking for, if it's 72 divided by 6, and we're trying to figure out how many vans we need, like you'd have to round up, like those kinds of things. But we're going to talk about including it as part of our answer. So if we look at 19 divided by 4, we would solve it like normal, right? And maybe some of us don't need this, and that's totally fine because we're kind of working on trying to do some of these in our head. Well, if I know I could do 3, and that's 12, subtract, and that's 7. Now I can only do one more. Take away 4, left with, oops, not, not left with 0, left with 3, right? So my answer would be 3, remainder 3. Wrong. And this is what we're talking about, guys. You can't just put remainder 3, right? What we're going to do for today's activity and what you should be starting to do anyways is we have 3 pieces, right? We need 4 to get one group over here. So this would be 3 and 3/4. This 3, or no, 4, where am I getting 3 from? You guys should have stopped me. This should be 4 and 3/4, right? So then 4 and 3/4. This 4 came from this stuff over here, right? This 3 came from what was left. This 4 came from how much do we need in one group. Okay? So that's how you get with 4 and 3/4. This is going to be super important for today because you're not going to be allowed to leave it as R whatever. You're going to have to make it a fraction every time. So I'm going to give you one to practice. 56 divided by 3. Pause your video. Do your best. Struggle through it. Do the division, okay, which you've all been doing quite well with. And then try to put your remainder as a fraction, okay? And then when you're ready, when you've done all that, hit play. So if I set it up, 56 divided by 3, I'm going to go times 10. Take away 30. Ooh, and now I know that 8 times 3 is 24, so that's going to get me as close, I think, as I can. And we'll see. I've got a remainder of 2, right? 2 is left. I can't do another group because I need 3. I can't do times 1, okay? So my answer would be 18, and there's 2 left, right? So 2 becomes my numerator, and how much do I need? I need 3. So this would be 18 and 2/3. And that is it, okay? That's how you do that. That's how you go about that. Now, if you're not sure if like this isn't really hitting with you, or when you start to do your work, then you become confused again, come to office hours, okay? This is different. We haven't talked about this a ton, but it is something that we need to be doing, especially today. So here is what your sheet looks like, right? So if we look at the directions, Lisa's parents own a bakery. They sell fruit pizza made of granola crust with yogurt filling and 1 fruit topping. Sounds yummy. Many fruit toppings choices are available, but Lisa wants to make a few fruit pizzas to eat with her friends, and she needs to figure out how much fruit to buy for each kind of pizza she makes. She found a cart that her parents made for their latest pizza order that shows how much of each kind of fruit was used on different pizzas. Use the information on the chart below to help Lisa figure out how many cups of fruit she would need for each different kind of pizza so she can decide if she wants to make a blueberry pizza, a strawberry pizza, a peach pizza, or some other kind of on the list. This is what is important here. Where's my highlighter? There we go. The cups of fruit are divided evenly among the number of pizzas for that kind of fruit. That means, guys, you cannot have a remainder. You have to use all of the fruit. There cannot be any left over. So if you turn in your work and it says, and I see that it says that you have stuff left over, I am going to come to your house and I will make you do it again. Okay? Just kidding. I won't actually come to your house. But seriously, just listen. Don't have anything left over. You put just like we were practicing. Okay? So if I have 237 cups of blueberries, that's a lot of blueberries. And there needs to be 79 pizzas, right? I have to evenly distribute this into this. Well, if it's divided evenly, I know I'm going to use my division here. Okay? That's how much I have. That's how many groups I have. So how much is going to be in one group? All right, so I would do that division. So like if I look down here, this is a problem, right? So I have 2 cups of pineapple. I need half a cup of pineapple in each pizza. So how many groups of 1/2 are in 2? Right? 2 divided by 1/2 that would give you 4. So I would put 4 over here because that's how many cups there would be per pizza. Right. So hopefully that makes sense. And that is today's activity. So you've got that fruit pizza thing. There's also a flip grid. All right, it's just kind of a fun flip grid. If you could make your own fruit pizza, what would you put on it? I'm curious to see what you guys would say. And then I've also put a little recipe for a fruit pizza if you would like to make it. It does actually look pretty good. Um, they use like cookie dough for the crust and stuff. It looks super yummy. So if you are up to it, if home is willing to get you the ingredients, go ahead and make it. And even if it's not till this weekend, I would love to see how you do it. I would even love it more if you came and brought me some fruit pizza. All right. um, Office hours are 10 to 11. If you're struggling with any of this, is the whole remainder thing doesn't make sense, please come and let's talk about it. All right. I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy, and I will talk to you later. Bye.